box to box time. I'm Statman Dave. Grab yourself a coffee and sit back for the next 15 minutes as we take a look at Paul Pogba's French press, Luke Shaw full of beans, and I might have a special guest brewing. Let's start by looking at the role of Paul Pogba in United's pressing system. The Frenchman has been in fantastic form under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, registering 6 goals and 5 assists in just 8 games. I believe this is down to the role slightly changing under the new manager, where he now plays as a central midfielder that moves into the half spaces when possession is won. Let's see how that works tactically. So Manchester United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, defend with a back 4. Into midfield, it drops back to 3 central midfielders, a defensive midfielder, and then Paul Pogba on the left-hand side and Herrera on the right. Then the 3 up front, they stay quite narrow, with Marcus Rashford linking with the 2 wide players. What's quite interesting though for Manchester United is when they've won the ball, there's a slight change of system, arguably looks like a 4-2-3-1, with Paul Pogba moving to number 10, Matic shuffling over and Herrera dropping back to create this sort of 4 players so they can build. The fullbacks of course push nice and high, and United have this good base. Why this works so well tactically is because when you're in this shape in this system, it allows United to have 4 pressers in their opponent's half. That means as soon as they lose the ball, they can instantly put the squeeze on. This was shown really well in the goal against Leicester City. Marcus Rashford, of course, finishing off. But Paul Pogba's positioning, really interesting. What I mentioned before about Paul Pogba being a central midfielder playing in the half space, that is this area here. You know, being in behind the central midfielders, a bit of a gap there. Paul Pogba, of course, we can highlight at the bottom of the screen. Just watch him be on the blind side of Mendy and then pop into the space. As the play moves on, Man United do lose the ball, but the reaction when they lose it is absolutely fantastic. Again, a long pass forward, slight miscontrol. But here's where I really like what United are doing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've already got 2 players there that are looking to squeeze the ball. Alexis Sanchez is cutting off that angle to either play back to the goalkeeper or play to the centre-half. Lingard's going to come in and block the pass down the byline, and then you'll see Paul Pogba in this advanced position just nick in and take the ball. That's the key moment there. United have pressed really, really well. Pogba's in a position where he's a little bit advanced of his 2 defensive midfielders, and now you're in a real problem here. Not only have you got Marcus Rashford making that lovely run in behind, what he did consistently in the game was spin behind Harry Maguire, something that maybe he's worked on at England training for the Premier League, where he knows that getting on the blind side of Harry Maguire, really good. But also on that, you know, the pass was fantastic from Paul Pogba. Completely unlocks the Leicester defence. Again, a great move from Manchester United, but all came from that pressing situation. We'll just roll the clip on again. You watch Marcus Rashford finish so well in the box. A great goal from the England international. Marcus Rashford now for Manchester United has scored 14 game-winning goals, 4 of which have come this season in the league. That combination between Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford is starting to bear some really good fruits. And if United can continually press high up the pitch, it's going to be great for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team. So let's have a look at another situation where Man United pressed high up the pitch and then created a chance from seriously putting some squeeze on Leicester in their own half. So Man United again building in the opponent's half like they did throughout the game. Watch Paul Pogba here. His reaction is so perfect. As soon as United lose the ball, Pogba is on that. He's on that to press the ball, to instigate the press. In that first clip, Pogba played more of an intercepting role in the press. This time, he's in the front line. What I want you to watch out for as well, not only is Pogba pressing, but Marcus Rashford, there of your screen, and Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard, fantastic when pressing their opponents. So Paul Pogba looks to block the clearance before forcing Leicester down a bit of a line into trouble. So as soon as Mendy's taken that touch there, there's 2 guys on him. As well, what I mentioned before, Jesse Lingard is looking to block off that pass to Harry Maguire, which leaves Mendy no option. He takes a bad second touch and Herrera picks up the ball. We'll just play that on now. Again, the poor touch there. Herrera sneaks in. And look at the situation it creates. So dangerous. United now have a 4-on-4 in the final third. There's so many options for Marcus Rashford. He could look for Sanchez making the run behind. He could look for Lingard making the run in behind. He could even play off Paul Pogba, a little 1-2, and get a shot on goal. What he does do, he turns and just shoots at goal. Again, not a problem. Man United need to shoot more. And with someone like Marcus Rashford taking shots from these areas, absolutely perfect stuff. But again, comes from the press. Beautiful stuff from Manchester United in their opponent's half. let's talk about what I believe was Luke Shaw's best game of the season. The reason I say that is because it was a complete performance from the fullback. He recycled the ball, created, tackled well. Let's first discuss his attacking part of his game. What Luke Shaw gives this Manchester United team is great balance. With Ashley Young providing great width on the right-hand side, Shaw arguably tucks in and becomes a bit of a passer in the side, linking with Paul Pogba and especially Anthony Martial when he plays ahead of him. So let's roll the clip. Again, this is a great move from United. All comes from Luke Shaw. What I mentioned there, let's just break another little bit of a pause here. So look, Luke Shaw is looking to receive the ball in pretty much a central midfield position. Again, Ashley Young's just taken the throw in and will keep the width on that right-hand side. What I like about Luke Shaw in this situation, not only is he ready to receive, he's in the line of the 3 central midfielders. The ball is absolutely fantastic. Something I'd like to see a little bit more from Luke Shaw, this type of pass, because he's got the potential to hit it. Where you want to be dropping this either is on the near post for Paul Pogba, or where Shaw actually drops it, it's for Marcus Rashford to attack. Again, that's something that we mentioned before. Rashford running on the blind side of Harry Maguire. Happened time and time again in the game. It was a good little bit from United. But this pass from Luke Shaw, what a wonderful ball. You want to see a little bit more from that, in that sort of area, in that sort of inverted position. Shaw getting on the ball, looking for that clip pass to the back post. Perfect stuff from the England left back. Let's move on to another example of Luke Shaw getting forward. Luke Shaw reminds me quite a lot of Dennis Irwin. Dennis Irwin used to sort of hold his position and allow Gary Neville to attack down the other hand side. That's the '99 United team. Perfect balance. But when the opportunity arises for the likes of Irwin or Luke Shaw, as we're going to watch in a minute, to attack, they've got enough ability in that final third to create a chance for their teammates. So this moment, again, nice build-up from United. Luke Shaw starting the move, being involved in a deep position. A great first touch here, just coming up. Take a look at that, kills the ball out of the sky. What I mean when I'm talking about Luke Shaw being a pivot is he's already in a position to receive, to help his teammates out. He's going to be involved in this move a number of times. But as well, I quite like that he's holding, he's waiting for the right moment. Not only does it give United good defensive balance if they lose the ball, but again, in possession, looks really good. Arguably at times makes a back three with the 2 centre-halves. We'll look at his defensive side in a minute. But this is the situation now where Luke Shaw has smelt an opportunity. The move he's going to make is the classic overlap. The full-back manoeuvre down the line, and it's going to be really good stuff from Alexis Sanchez to work an opportunity to get Shaw on the overlap, chop inside, and he'll lay the ball off for Rashford to pull wide. But that was really good play from Luke Shaw. Not only realising that he's got to be in the move, he's got to be popping some passes left and right, but when the opportunity arises, attack the space when the inside forward moves inside. Really good stuff from Luke Shaw. We spoke about how he can attack, how he's recycled the ball. Now let's talk about his defensive side of his game. Luke Shaw made one of the blocks of the season against Leicester City, and defensively was perfect. In a back four, as a fullback, sometimes you need to come in and arguably help your 2 centre-halves out. And that's what he did in this moment. Got a bit lucky with Leicester City, Jamie Vardy with a lucky touch, but what a tackle from Luke Shaw on Maddison. Leicester again building down that right-hand side of Manchester United. What's Shaw now in this situation? So the ball is just about to break to James Maddison. The space that Shaw has to make up to make this block is absolutely huge, and the reaction from the left-back is so good. Roll the clip on, Maddison gets a bit lucky, the break, and the tackle comes in, pretty much stopping having a shot on the goal from the penalty spot. In terms of expected goals, that's going to have a high number in terms of going into the back of net. So what a challenge from Luke Shaw. He showed how he can attack, how he can defend, how he can recycle the ball. The perfect fullback for Manchester United.